How's it going, everybody? The Cyber Okami here, and welcome back to Let's Play Megaman and Bass. In the last episode, we took out Burner Man, one of my least favorite robot masters of all time, and in this episode, we're going to go not to Pirate Man's stage, but to this back room here, because a certain wind-wielding reptile told me that if we came back here, we could get some pretty useful stuff. So, we have these teleporters that will take us to these rooms with these blocks here that we can actually destroy with our special weapons and get a lot of bolts for it. And this is really cool. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Alright. So, I think I probably should have... Oh, I didn't mean to go back through. I probably should have mentioned this before, but what exactly are all these bolts that we've been collecting for anyway? Well, my dear viewer, if we go to this wrench icon here, we can actually enter Otto's shop, and he has some pretty useful stuff for us. Well, I say that. He doesn't really have a whole lot of useful things for us now, but this shop will become extremely useful right now. I am going to get the energy balancer right now because this will basically let me... No, I did want to purchase that. Thank you. I did... Wow, I don't think I actually did get... No, I didn't. Yes! Thank you! That took me way too long just to work out the menu. I'm terrible with this, but basically, I got the energy balancer because it will let me, when my weapon energy is full, it will distribute my weapons. Basically, whenever I get weapon energy, when my current weapon is full, it will distribute it to other weapons. There. Let's go into Pirate Man stage already. Okay, so this is actually one of the easier stages in the game, despite being a water level. Yeah, never thought you'd hear those words, did you? Stage is really easy to cheese a lot of parts with bases dash and double jump like other stages, but here in particular, with the water physics, see you like that. Right. Oh, I say that, and then I missed the jump. Okay, then. Oh, well. This jump is a little tricky. Get this? Yes, nice. We have these squid bots. They remind me a lot of, like, Mario bloopers, and I am already almost dead. I am doing amazing so far. Okay, they're all... I was going to show something, but, then that guy killed me. Lovely. What I was going to say is, that area down there actually does contain a CD that's actually pretty easy to get, relatively, but I already collected that in an earlier recording. Actually, that's the thing. I had actually recorded this level before, but then I had a lot of time left over, so I went for another Robot Master in the same episode, and I had to leave during the recording, and I never came back to that. So, and I didn't remember quite where I had left off, and I didn't want my commentary to seem redundant, so yeah, I decided to just redo the recording. A month after I had recorded the first time. Yeah, so sorry about the delay, guys. Just a lot of stuff has been happening lately. Maybe I'll go into some detail about it later, but here, this bubble thing here, it's quite interesting. Basically, you have these bubble generators that will generate bubbles for you to ride. and you have to steer them around obstacles. I'm surprised I actually did that as well as I did, because those bubbles are actually pretty difficult to control. But we're at Pirate Man now, and this fight, I am about to die because I have no health, see? Like that. Okay, so basically the gimmick of this fight is well, for one thing, the water level is constantly draining. Pirate Man will refill it when it reaches a certain point, but if the water level gets too low, it'll make dodging his attacks quite a bit more difficult. He'll shoot remote mines at you, and he will also jump in a bubble and sort of bounce around. Wave Burner is his weakness for some reason. Actually, that's the thing. You may notice that it has a bit of a different effect underwater. And I just think it's funny how the fire weapon is the water robot master's weakness. I don't get it, but we're done. That was a pretty easy stage. I mean, relative compared to some of the other garbage we've had to deal with. Cough, cough, Burner Man. But I think that's a little too short. We're only at 8.5 minutes on the recording. I think we can go for another Robot Master. We got the remote mine. Basically, you shoot it, and you can aim it up and down, and it will stick to enemies, and you can detonate it at any time. Really awesome weapon. And if I'm not mistaken, Otto should have more stuff for us. Yes, he does. Alright, enemy analyzer, nah, super recover, maybe. Counterattacker, high speed dash, the step booster, nah, and the treble boost. This is basically the rush adapter from Megaman 7 and 6. 6 and 7, yeah. More 7, really. I'll get this. I was hoping that we would have a certain other item available to us by now, but because Groundman stage has a few tanky enemies. But I am going for him anyway because that is what the guide I looked up suggested. Now, Groundman we're following up one of the easiest levels in the game with arguably one of the hardest ones. It's not that bad starting off. Really, the only thing we have to worry about is a bunch of common enemies, and I think I missed something. But basically, all we really have right now is a bunch of quicksand that you will sink in, and you have to not sink too far, or I believe that's an insta-kill. You do have to sink a little bit to get under that wall, but then we get into this part with these worms, caterpillars, snakes. I don't know what they are. I'm just going to call them worms for simplicity's sake. But basically you have to take advantage of the ladders here in order to avoid them, or this sort of section of the wall is sort of jutting out. I think you can defeat them, but I don't really feel like testing that. Not when there's a possibility of me getting hit myself. Yeah, we're making through this pretty easily. Now, this one you have to be a little patient. You have to wait for him to sort of come this way. Get up there, thank you. Alright, we're actually not doing that badly, actually. Oh, wait, I shouldn't have said that because we have this atrocious mini-boss. I hate this boss, 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 and I hate this boss. Have I mentioned that I hate this boss? So basically, this worm here will sort of move around in a really erratic pattern. It's like, it's difficult to tell where he's going to move. He does have a few set patterns, but he moves so erratically that it's hard to tell where he's even going anyway, and he can start his attacks from any side of the room, even with little warning. And like that, see? He also has a lot of health, which makes killing him a bit of a nuisance, and the fact that you can only shoot the head, and that he's constantly moving makes it, extra irritating. And I died because of a cheap move on the game's part. Here we go. Beat him. Okay, so we have this room. This room has a lot of shielded enemies. We have these sort of platforms that will tilt when you step on them. And, yeah, it's a little bit, okay, that did not need to happen. That did not need to happen. How about you take a hike or something? I don't know. I can't think of anything. I'm not good at coming up with live commentary on the spot, especially not stupid puns. That wasn't even a pun, that was just, what am I even trying to say? But yeah, Ice Wall is actually kinda good for taking out these Sniper Joes in that room. And there's a one up there if you need it, that will always be there. And, Oh, I think there was a CD there the first time that I already collected in the previous recording. Here, alright, then, okay, this room is, quite a pain. If you don't know what you're doing there, every time you shoot one of the white pillars in the room, it will cause that spiky log to go down, and it is an insta-kill. You can shoot one of the statues down here, and it will open up this passageway, which is in my opinion way easier than the other route. At least I think so. If you're wondering why I'm ignoring all these chests, because a lot of them have 1-ups, and honestly, that's just more of an inconvenience at this point, because Groundman is actually a very difficult opponent without his weakness, and if I die and I used it all up, I'm going to have to basically reset the stage, unless somehow my skills just suddenly decide to turn godlike, which is incredibly unlikely to happen. Because you know me, I'm not good at games. You've seen my performance in the Undertale race. Alright, we are at Groundman now, and basically, he's a gigantic pain. I will say he looks pretty awesome, but he's kinda difficult. So basically, let me get my remote mines out. So basically, he does a lot of damage. He feels more resilient than the other bosses to me personally, since he is I guess also since he is invincible for much of the fight. He will turn into a tank like so. He'll burrow underground. He has this spread drill, which honestly is hit or miss for me whether or not I dodge it. Come on. Get to this side of the room. Make up for my terrible aim, please? He'll also jump to the ceiling and try to hit you with this gigantic drill. And if you notice that he has a lot of the drills and he turns into a tank, yeah, go ahead and make your Gurren Lagann references. At least I think that's Gurren Lagann. I don't know. I don't watch anime. I am one of the worst anime watchers on the planet. Also, his burrowing attacks, you can interrupt them with the remote mines if you aren't total garbage the game like I am. Oh, yes! I thought I was gonna die there, but no, I beat him second try. First time I didn't have much health, but whatever. Okay, well, that was unexpectedly, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to say easy, but I don't know. But anyway, we got the spread drill. Basically, hits an enemy, it splits into two. Hits another enemy, splits into two more. Awesome weapon here. I will say that even though I'm not a big fan of Megaman, even though I think Megaman and Base has one of the weaker sets of Robot Masters, their weapons are pretty cool. But I think we're going to end off the episode here. So next time on Let's Play Megaman and Base, we are going to... I don't know where we're going to go next, but I'll think of that when I get to that. Goes to check guide. Anyway, I am the Cyber Okami, and I will see you guys next time.